CTV News at 6 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. Hudson Mack is away. I'm Andrew Johnson. We begin tonight with an incredible story of survival. A group of fishermen defied the odds and Mother Nature, surviving alone on a deserted island for 10 days after becoming shipwrecked. Now they're back home in Prince Rupert with one amazing story to tell. The crew of the Pacific Siren was on a fishing trip about 100 kilometers south of Prince Rupert in Hecate Strait 2 weeks ago when it happened.
Bwap, bwap, bwap. I could hear my prop out of the water. Well, at that point, I mean, you're done. That's how fast it was. I tried to get my mayday off, but I think by the time I got my mayday off, my aerials were already in the water. And so I had to drop the mic, and the water was already up to pretty much my neck.
Their 15-meter-long fishing liner quickly capsized. The men managed to escape the vessel, clinging to its overturned hull before jumping into a dinghy. They figured they wouldn't be floating for long until they realized there wouldn't be a rescue.
It's getting dark. We're freezing. You know, we literally had T-shirt jeans. And knowing that if that mayday didn't get off, we were in a lot of trouble. And I mean, we were on our own, and it was getting dark, and it was damn cold.
For 20 hours huddled on their life raft, they couldn't get dry and were afraid to fall asleep.
We were so cold and shivering so hard, our main concern was just keeping each other awake.
They eventually used their tarp as a sail and made it more than 10 kilometers to Banks Island.
We're pretty damn happy to be standing on land after.
Yeah, there was some good cheers and some good hugs and high fives.
First, the men built a shelter out of driftwood. Then they needed to find something to eat.
We got a bunch of urchins, and we ate those up, and they're actually surprisingly good. I never liked them before, but I tell you, on that island, it tasted like gold. Yeah.
They also ate a lot of seaweed and later found a clam bed, as well as fresh water. At one point, a plane flew overhead but didn't see them. The men stayed positive, knowing they could survive for a lot longer, and eventually they were spotted by a man on a passing sailboat.
It was awesome. And
it was still unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't think it's still fully set in.
By the time the men boarded a Canadian Coast Guard ship on Friday, headed for home, their families had just found out they had even gone missing.
That's when I really lost it, because I went 10 days ago, like, they can't be fine. I expected, we might have limbs amputated. I mean, I was expecting the worst.
But remarkably, the three fishermen were okay and were soon reunited with their loved ones. Their story of survival now complete with a happy ending.
And I just said, I just need to see him. I just need to see him. I need to see him. And then when we saw them, we were like, they look so good.
They look better than we did.